Kevin has a lot to say. Hi, welcome to Align with Arianna. I am Arianna, of course, your favorite psychic medium. I am able to go beyond the rim of life and death to connect with spirits that are sometimes nice and sometimes not so much. So I am back with another Tell My Story edition. As you guys requested, it has been a while, but we are back with this Tell My Story edition, Kevin Samuels. A lot of you want to know what really happened, right? There's so many stories out there. I'm sure I did not cover this story, and I chose not to cover it when it initially happened because I can pick up and feel the karmic energy around it. And now I am ready, and I believe that he's ready for me to channel this information to see what is it that you guys need to know, what actually went down, what is happening. And with this energy, I will say it is very intense, so enter at your own risk. Okay, he is here and he's ready to connect. So what I'm hearing in regards to Kevin is first, he wants to issue an apology. That's what I'm hearing. He wants to issue an apology. He's saying that his mother would be very disappointed because of how the way that he portrayed himself and portrayed himself and the women that he talked about. And he wants people to know that he does feel some sort of like remorse, some sort of sadness with this energy, because he does feel like the reason why he passed away was because of his neglect or abuse towards women. He's saying that he does realize that this was very mysterious. That's what he's saying. This was very mysterious in his passing. And he's saying, I want you guys to know that it was not mysterious, that a group of people collectively came together to end him, or to end his this part of his journey. He is saying that he will start a new part of his journey, but his next chapter will be to bring healing, to bring support, to bring healing and support into the community. He did not realize how much of a big deal he was from he's describing. He did not realize his impact on the community. He's saying that he felt like he was really just playing a role. In all honesty, he's flat out saying that he felt like he just played a role for the community, and he was just like if someone was acting and this was his character, this was a character that he put on. He's saying that this was not who he was. Like, this was like, this was Cap. He's saying that this was not who he was. This was a role that he was playing, and a lot of people mistaked him as the individual from this role that he was playing. He's saying he had no idea that he would grow or expand and take off the way he did, but he's saying that he knew that this character that he was becoming was very catchy. He knew the character that he would get attention, so he wanted to keep going with that. He's saying that he did have an addiction. He's referencing here that I did have an addiction. He said I was addicted to looking good. Okay, he still has that ego energy going through. He's like, I'm addicted to looking good. I'm addicted to fame, and I'm addicted to money. He's also saying that I'm addicted to women. He's saying that he had a point of an addiction. And now, you guys, I'm connecting with the spirit realm. So all of these things that I am speaking of are my opinion from me pulling down this information from spirit. So he is saying that I was addicted to women, and this is all alleged. Like, he said I was addicted to women. I'm addicted to looking good. I'm addicted to feeling good. And he's saying that he got caught up in this image, in this persona that he was going along with. And he wants people to know that he was a really heartfelt individual. he was very intrigued and happy about how many people had turned up for his homegoing service. But he does feel like, and he is referencing here as he's saying that he knew that it would be a matter of time because he was having issues before with his health, that he was having a lot of karmic things that were going on with his health. So he's saying he knew that it was going to be a matter of time, and that's why he continued to milk the situation about his character. He does acknowledge that he wants to issue an apology to people that he could have hurt, other women in this course, and he does feel like he is paying for this in one way or another, especially spiritually. He's saying that his mother would be very disappointed with him. And when he's referencing his mother, he's not referencing maybe his maternal mother. I'm seeing him referencing someone that could be like a grandmother or her great-grandmother, someone that he was very close with, or someone that had a very good support on his journey. He's also saying that he was raised in the church by multiple women, like elderly women, and they loved him even when he was younger. They knew of his character, but he's referencing that a lot of you guys took a lot of things serious when he was literally like joking. He's saying that he wanted to go more towards comedy, so his career was actually moving towards comedy. It was not necessarily moving towards him like being the person who he was. He wanted it to go more towards comedy, and he was actually picking up more pieces to move towards comedy. He's also referencing like his connection for some reason with him, Kevin Samuels, and Kevin Hart. Okay, he's saying that that's the persona that he wanted to, or the connection or the energy that he was trying to tap into. And he was trying to build connections and build communications around the area to try to get more into the comedy field, because he felt like that was where his presence was supposed to be. But he kind of got misguided, because when he came out in this way, when he initially came out, it was supposed to be comedy. People was not supposed to take it serious. It was not supposed to be a real thing, but he kept going on with it. And he does actually have some sort of regret with it going, continue to move on. He does, like I mentioned before, he does issue an apology to people. And he does feel like a lot of this was just... He understands in his way of describing that this is a form of karma or karmic energy. So he doesn't have any hard feelings towards it. He is referencing a female. He does say very aggressive words to the female, like the B word. He does reference, so this is a particular woman. So he is referencing that energy as someone that he is kind of aggressive with. But he is saying that my mom always told me to be wise or pick them wisely, but I just love the attention that I would get from women. I love the attention that I would get. He's saying that growing up, he did not have nearly as much. So he's saying that when he was younger, he got a lot of attention from like the elderly women, which gassed him up or boosted him up. So he feels like that's what carried him throughout the journey to get used to getting all this attention from women. But he's saying he's used to having multiple women like give him all this attention. So he was very okay with what was going on. But he's not happy with somebody taking his money, okay? He is saying that somebody, that B took my money, okay? That's what he is referencing. Now, I'm also picking up on energy. He's saying something about, I don't know if this is an ex-wife or ex-person that he was with, that he's upset that something about the affairs that he had, that he thought he had in order, were not, and all of his findings or all of the things that he has is going to this particular woman, and he is not happy about it. He's also referencing that they took it all. They took it all. Now, he's referencing a daughter here, or a younger female, that he does want some of his investments, his deeds, his assets to go to his daughter. But he's referencing that someone is going to be stopping that. Someone is splurging or living on his dime. Okay, he's very, he's still very earthbound. Like, he has not been elevated to the point where he can ascend, because he's very wrapped up in this energy. As a matter of fact, he keeps visiting someone, or he's trying to get in contact with this particular woman where he feels like she has my money. And he is like being more like a haunting energy to this particular person, where he is saying like, you have my money. Like, he's very attached to his investments during this lifetime. So he's still very attached to them. Kevin, is there anything that you want to say to the community about your passing? I chose not to connect with you in the beginning of the passing. So is there anything that you want to say? Yeah. So he's very aggressive to whoever has his coins. Listen, Kevin, it's not me. So don't be taking it out on me. What do you want to say to the people? What are you trying to, do you have anything to say in regards to your passing? To how it happened? To what you want people to know? Okay, he's saying first off, he had some heart, like, he's saying first off, it was some form of like a heart attack, what he's referencing, or some form as it related to blood in his arm. He's saying let's keep it 51-50. He's saying that he took some form of some sort of pills, okay, for his sexual energy. And he's saying it is very true that he had a spike or something with his blood that happened. I'm also seeing that he had, were you taking some form of like a steroid? Yes, he is referencing that he was taking some form of a steroid. So there is a needle in his arm that I'm seeing, but I'm seeing that in connection that he was saying, he's mentioning that he was taking some form of a steroid or some sort of booster, something that boosts him up. He's saying a booster, a booster he took, and it's in his arm, and that is what contributed to everything. He's saying it was some form of a booster or some sort of steroid that contributed to everything. He's saying that he had dry mouth, and he knew something was wrong. And that was the first signs that he knew that something was wrong. But he's saying that he didn't move quick enough, or couldn't move quick enough, because he was like blindsided or sidetracked. So he is saying that there's some sort of steroid or something that he had that was supposed to give him a boost or something that he's referencing here. He's saying that he was an avid coffee drinker, or that he had some sort of coffee. And it was basically, he's saying that it was a lot of stimulation that was happening. Too much stimulation. And this is what led to his blood like shooting up, okay? He's saying that this is some sort of stimulation. Too much stimulation. Anything else you would like to say? No, wait a minute, Kevin. You're not going to talk to me like that. What do you have to say to the people? This is your time. He wants people to know that he is not in the place where he wants to be. And he feels as though he wish he would have gave more love in the community, because more people will be expressing to help him lift up in a different manner than the way he's being lifted up now. He's saying a lot of things have happened. A lot of people have, like, literally, I don't know if they went to his grave site, or he's describing that a lot of people have spit on his name. Like, he's describing a lot of people have spit and like been aggressive on his name, and he's wishing that he would have shared more love so people would lift him up in this lifetime so that he can transcend, because he needs help with progressing or moving forward. He's saying that a lot of people are not doing that. So a lot of people actually are acting like they support him in public, but in private there was really no one there. He dealt with a lot of things by himself. He was very lonely. Very sad oftentimes, and very aggressive in his energy, because he knew that he was alone. He's saying that he knew that he would pass away and die alone, and that was one of his biggest fears, and it just came to reality. So he's saying it's very important that to people to share love in their life. So I want to thank you guys for aligning with Arianna. If you would like your own personal reading, please visit the link down below to see if you will be a great candidate for a reading. Please follow my Instagram at AlignedGoddess, where I will be discussing all things alignment and connecting with murder and mysteries, or mysteries within themselves. So I want to thank you guys for aligning with Arianna. For more details, for more goodies, for more working your magic. Peace, love, Wadu.